Yeah, so this is a part 2. I made a part 1. If you've not watched it, please check my previous video about job seeking in UAE, Dubai specifically, as an African, maybe as a Kenyan, but this is broad. I think it will apply to many others. Okay, so on that video we talked about job seeking on, like, you know, when you're on here, you're tamaking, it's your first job, so you're just looking for anything. So you've been working, some of you have been working in the first job for some time now, and you feel like you're stuck in the same salary, you're stuck in the same thing, and you would like to maybe upskill and change. Okay, so the truth is, many of you have experiences. In the previous videos I've heard that there's something was very consistent in the comment section, whereby the people who kept on saying racism, people don't want to hire you because you're an African. That is true, it's very true. And sometimes you can even sometimes it just makes sense, because, you know, most of these jobs that we normally apply to, they are mostly like customer service, front office, sales, reception roles. But I know those ones are very biased during the recruitment, but some of these companies, we cannot change it. They just prefer maybe a specific accent. They prefer a specific look, because, you know, this is customer facing roles. So they prefer, maybe they don't want you to be telling, to be saying clothes to their clients. I'm sorry, Ugandans, but that's what you've been saying. So maybe they prefer a specific accent, maybe a specific skin color, maybe a nationality, maybe they have a brand image that they have to keep. So you might feel like they're but that's their business. Those are their decisions. You cannot change them, you cannot force them. Okay, if you're back in your country, no, you'll not have those challenges, because people are looking the same as you look. But this is a foreign land. The majority of the people here are from specific nationalities, so maybe majority of their customers are from those nationalities, so they want somebody who is able to relate to that kind of clients, you know. So it's understandable. So what can we do to resolve this? So from this experience, these are things that I've experienced, and I agree, it's something that happens. So there's a lot of bias in recruitment on those customer-facing roles. So what we should be targeting in is roles that do not require what you look like. And these are roles that need the value that you bring. What can you bring to this company? If you know, like, UAE is a business hub, so a lot of companies are establishing here, they're expanding. Maybe they're based in Europe, so they're expanding and having a branch here. Maybe they're targeting Africa, so they are putting their hub here in UAE. So you need to package yourself to a role that a business will need. So what do you think? A startup is here in Dubai, what do they need? What kind of roles are they looking for? So that's the kind of mentality that you need to have. Then look at yourself, package yourself to fit into these roles. So let's talk about examples of what roles you think like a startup will be looking for. First of all, they will be looking like for somebody like account managers, because most of them, they are onboarding clients, so they need somebody who is going to support the clients personally, give them like a one-to-one touch through phone calls, maybe personally. Yeah, so you should be looking at roles like, I just made some examples here, like operations executive, operations coordinator, business operations analyst, process improvement associate, logistics and supply coordinator. Yeah, so if in terms of customer success, that is not front desk, so you're not facing the customers, but you're talking to the customers. Maybe customer success associates, client onboarding specialist, account coordinator, client retention executive. This one is somebody who is calling their client and reactivating them. Maybe they were like business development executive. Nobody cares what you look like if you're going to be hired for a business development, because you're bringing business. They don't care what you look like, they want business. These are people who are running startups, and they're investing money there. They don't care what you look like, as long as you can bring this kind of business, they don't care. Sales operation associate, you can bring in clients. Partnerships coordinator, key accounts executive. Yeah, so most of these clients are dealing with money, so they need also to be compliant with some types of regulations. So you should be looking at roles like compliance assistant, anti-money laundering analyst, know your customer officer, risk operation associates, regulatory reporting assistant. In terms of marketing, so they're looking to sell their products out there, so you should be looking at roles like growth associates, performance marketing assistant, search engine optimization or content coordinator, CRM, that is customer whatever CRM means, email marketing executive. Yeah, so if it is in terms of tech companies, they're looking at product support associates, Q&A testing assistant, data operations assistant, CRM administrator. Okay, yeah. So I know those are okay. The more of those things are like okay, forget that. I know some of these terms look so complicated, they look so complex, but these are just big words that corporates usually use. These are people who have packaged themselves to make themselves look like experts in those positions. If you are observing these other nationalities who are working more in the corporates, you will, if you're observing carefully and ask somebody, what do you do? They will tell you. An example of those things that I mentioned, they tell you that I'm a performance marketing assistant. Nobody went to school to study as a performance marketing assistant. This is somebody who packaged themselves to look like that. They said, okay, this is your company. I can do search engine optimization. I know how to search, to do work with Google Ads. I know how to do meta ads. I know how to run ads and to pay for these systems and all of that. Yeah. So this is something that somebody went and learned online. They went and searched, okay, is there some training on YouTube? Is there some courses online that I need to do to be able to be certified for such kind of role? Yeah. So this is a part where you come and learn how to work with AI. So if you pick one of these roles, let's say you pick like a compliance assistant. Okay, so you want to know these kind of companies, what types of compliance do they do? What do I need to do to be able to become a compliance specialist? What do I need to do to become a business development executive in this type of business? Okay, so you need to talk with AI. Tell them, what does a business development executive do? What do they do in their day-to-day role? What certifications will make me stand out to such a role? Most of these job positions, it's what you speak in the interview. They will ask you how do you do things? Which systems, which softwares are you using to be able to run this type of role that you're saying you are? Okay, they will need to understand, to see, they will speak with you on the interview to get to see how much you know and what potential, what are you likely to bring to the business. So let me insist on this point. Startups don't care what you look like. They're looking for what you can bring to the business. Exactly what can you bring to the business? That is what they're looking for. These are people who are running businesses. They're investing money, time. They're trying to make this. So they don't care. You came from Kenya and say, this is what you can help us with content creation. You can help us manage social media and grow our social media pages, reach more clients and everything. That's what they're looking for. They don't care if you have this kind of passport. As long as you can do this for them and you're able to deliver, you will get hired for that. Believe me or not, there's a job here in Kenya, here in UAE, that hired me because I speak Kiswahili. Yeah, in UAE. The reason why is because they are here and they are targeting the market back where they speak Kiswahili. So guess what? Kiswahili was in my CV. And they ran and they found out, and I was also in the same field. I had put my CV there and to say that I'm in this kind of field and I have the knowledge in this type of business. And I was hired as an account manager for targeting clients who are back there. Yeah, so there's so many startups here who are targeting, this is like a middle hub. It's like UAE is like a hub, so they're targeting many different places, Europe, Asia, everywhere. So in that office, if they are targeting Asia, they're targeting Middle East, they're targeting Europe, they're targeting Africa, they will have to have different kind of nationalities in that same office. Get the gist? That said, that we have talked about those roles, how do you know what kind of roles are there and what should be on your CV to be able to match the job positions? So you need to look on the CV, on the LinkedIn. Just go to LinkedIn, check, like, let's say, pick one job role that you think it's something you're more interested to know about and something that you can do. Check the job descriptions. Check exactly what they're looking for. Those are 3 companies. They are for this particular job description, they listed this, the second one the same, the third one the same. Okay, those are words that needs to appear on your CV, and package yourself to match that. Experience, that one I will not tell you, but you just need to, I will not say much about that, but you need to package yourself. Speak with AI, and AI will guide you on how to package your CV and to package your skills and experience to match specific roles. So that said, our goal now is not to be liked, because they will most of these, as you know from here, from your experiences, those who have been here, most of the time they will prefer a certain type of race, a certain type of accent, a certain type of look. So your goal is to be needed. That's why I'm insisting on how you need to package yourself for specific roles. Okay, so, and if you pick a role and you pick a field, there is a lot of free information, free courses, YouTube information too, for you to learn how to be this specific role. If you talk with ChatGPT and tell them what is the role of this type of job, what do I need to learn, what certificates can I get, what is the cost, can I get any free certificates, can I learn on YouTube, can you direct me to videos that will help me to package myself to this, then you need, if you find a certification that is required for that role, invest into that, pay for that, take the exam, read about it, pass, and put it on your CV. Those are the things that have been working for me, and so far so good. That's the thing that's still working for me. I'm not saying that I'm in the best place, like I've finally found the, yeah. So I'm just sharing this because if you're in this job market in UAE, there's no way we can fight and force people to like what you look like, but you can work around that. There's always a way. So if you're looking to change job, you have to take the time, whatever job you are in. Unfortunately, some jobs are very demanding. You